Grace Ejeka Makisuro in Olumba Local County Area South in Anambra State, Nigeria. And she's the fifth of 9 children. Dr. Chinwe, now wife to Professor Ernest Nweke and mother to 2 daughters, Jennifer and Chuka, and her 2 sons, Jeffrey and Chuma, grew up in numerous Nigerian communities where their parents served for 2 to 5 years at a time before being transferred to another city. She attended the Anglican Girls Secondary School, or ADK, for her Anglican certificate at Anglican Girls Secondary School, popularly known as Ellen's UK in River State, where she started her higher school certificate and finally completed her HSC at Queen's School in Ugu. First in her academic career was the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, where she obtained her education degree with graduating in the class of 1974, thus a proud lioness. After serving in the National Youth Service Corps in Ikorodu as one of the founding facilities of the government college in the state, Dr. Chinwe taught for 1 year as a federal educational officer at St. Joseph Women's State. From there, Dr. Chinwe went on to further her academic career in the University of Ottawa in Canada for her master's and PhD in education, experimentation, and experimentation. She went briefly back to Nigeria and taught for one school year at the University of Benin, before coming back to Ann Arbor, Michigan to join her now her now husband, Dr. Ernest Nweke, for her Mrs. degree. While raising a family in Michigan, Dr. Winfred picked up 2 more credentials, Master of Business Administration from the Eastern Michigan University, and her postdoctoral fellowship from the University of Michigan. Over the next 35 years, she would go on to teach at Tuskegee University, to Georgia as a tenured associate professor as the coordinator for research and evaluation, and then as an educational specialist for Georgia Master Teacher Program and Georgia Professional Standards Commission. And then even further extend her credentials specifically to Clayton State University, Atlanta. Dr. Winfred Nweke is currently a tenured associate professor and the assessment director in the Department of Teacher Education at the Clayton State University, Morrow, Georgia. Organizations such as the American Educational Research Association, the Georgia Educational Research Association, and she's also very active within the Nigerian community, being a part of leading many nonprofit organizations that empower women, the youth, and children through education and wellness initiatives, just to name a few. Like the Alliance Nigerian Organizations in Georgia, the first secretary and later the final secretary and the current vice president of the Olumba Civic Union Atlanta, and the public relations officer and the member of the board of directors and currently the vice president of the University of Nigeria Alumni and Friends Association. She's the author of 2 books and she is the recipient of the Nigerian American Public Affairs Committee Community Service Award and University of Nigeria Alumni and Friends Association Distinguished Service Award, and more. And she's a founding member of the first secretary of the board of directors of the Ejeka Dynasty Foundation. She helped create founding and guiding documents of the foundation, as she has done for the bylaws of the numerous associations she belongs to. She's very proud to be an Ejeka, and especially of the integrity and trailblazing service initiatives that the family engages in. And with that, with great pleasure, I introduce to you Dr. Winifred Chinwe Nweke.
Dr. Ike, can y'all hear me? Good. Dr. Ike Keku, a native of Obi in Abia State, Nigeria. He is married to Abigaili Ejeka and both have 2 children. Dr. Ike has started his medical career by attending medical school, University of Nigeria, between October 1990 and January 1998. He did his medical internship at the EKO Hospital in Ikeja, Lagos between December 1998 and December 1999. NYSC. He enlisted with the National Youth Service Corps program and was posted in Gombe local government area in present-day Adamawa State, Nigeria, as a medical officer between December 1999 and January 2001. Started working as a medical officer at a private hospital in Lagos, Victoria Island in January 2001 and worked until August 2002. Immigrated to the U.S. in September of 2002, studied for the USMLE, which is the United States Medical License exam between October 2002 and July 2004. Applied to get into an internal medicine residency program. Started a 3-year residency program at the St. Joseph Hospital in Chicago in July 2005. Completed the 3-year internal medicine residency training in June 2008 and started a 1-year chief residency internal medicine at the same hospital, which is St. Joseph, Chicago, June 2008, and finished in June 2029. He started a fellowship in the pulmonary and critical care medicine at the Loyola University Hospital in Chicago and finished up in June 2012. He enrolled into a subspecialty program for sleep medicine at New York University from July 2012 and June 2013. He started working as a pulmonary critical care and sleep physician with St. Peter's University Hospital, a Rutgers University program, July 2013 and July 2017. And he moved to Atlanta, Georgia, working with the Piedmont healthcare system at Piedmont Fayetteville Hospital, Georgia, as a pulmonary critical care sleep physician since August 2012 to this day.
Felix Edgerkamp is married to Lanita and is the founder and CEO of Akash Systems, Inc., a San Francisco-based venture-backed 2-year-old startup using next-generation satellites to democratize internet access. Using diamond semiconductors earlier invented by Felix Edgerkamp, Akash plans to make and launch a constellation of 100 satellites that will bring low-cost internet access to the world's 4 billion. Akash Systems has raised over $60 million, including $13 million in June 2019 from leading Silicon Valley VC firms, Pulsar Ventures, Founders Fund, ACME Ventures, and others. Akash will launch its first satellite into space in 2020. Prior to Akash, Felix Edgerkamp was founder and CEO of Group 4 Labs, a Berkeley, California company that invented and commercialized GaN on diamond wafers, the world's first semiconductor in 30 years. The company sold its semiconductor wafer products to radar makers in the U.S. defense market. Group 4 Labs was acquired by UK-based diamond makers De Beers in 2013 after 10 years in operation. Prior to Group 4 Labs, Edgerkamp was founder and CEO of Nova Crystals, a venture-backed startup that pioneered the use of wafer bonding materials science in extending the reach of modern fiber optics telecommunications. At its peak, the company was valued at over $100 million for the 2003 dot-com collapse force and M&A with partners. Felix Edgerkamp began his career at McKinsey & Company, Inc. in Stamford, Connecticut, where he worked from 1997 to 1998 as an associate. He holds his Master's of Science in 1994 and PhD degrees in electrical and computer engineering with minors in material science and applied physics from Cornell University and a degree in electrical and computer engineering from Rice University. Please join me in welcoming.
Wow. As a matter of fact, let me take my seat away from here.
Subsequent edition of this program will unleash our potentials, right? So, we're going to be having a short discussion, and they're going to tell us how they got where they are today, their challenges, and what are the advice what they can give to us, the youth, the new immigrant to America, and the other ones. Let's start from their knowledge. And by the grace of God, we'll get to where God has given us. It might not be where they have gone, it might be somewhere else. But the talent is so, for them, the path is basically the same. Right. So, with this, I'm going to sit down and I want to give the mic to them. They will give us a brief talk, one after the other. We can now ask them questions. And they give us responses to the question in order to benefit everyone of us. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay, anyway, glad to be here today, and really something to thank God for, that Ike and Obi and their team got everybody together here. I know many couldn't come, but you know, this is large enough for now. So I wasn't planning to talk about myself and how we got here. However, just briefly, before I share some of the things I really wanted to share with this group, in terms of how I got here, it's already in the bio that was read, but for advice, one of the things that helps is to persevere. You know, work hard work from even the elementary school, for those of you in the elementary and the grade school. Because, for example, for math, if you don't take it seriously early, you miss the building blocks and you never recover. And so you need to start even from that level to take everything very seriously and pay attention to details. And yes, many of your parents can send you to school, but I'm sure they'll feel better if you get scholarships. So you pay attention to anything that's offered, you apply for it. Maybe just these days it will be just an email before it used to be a stamp. If what you're going to get is more expensive or more valuable than the cost of stamp, apply. The worst that can happen is that you don't get it. But if you don't apply, you don't get a chance to even qualify. So always look out for opportunities. For those who are in college and about to go into college, always look out for opportunities and apply. And like I said, the worst case scenario is you don't get it, but you have tried. Okay, and for parents who have young children, I wrote the second book, which is looking out for children, for your children. And I'll show you the cover, and it's online on Amazon. How to choose a school for your children and how to monitor them through school. You may think, well, all the schools are fine. Not quite. If you come into a city like Georgia, where we are, the northern part, some schools are okay, some are not. Even in one county, Cobb County where we live, the schools in the north are fine, doing very well. The schools in the southern part of the county are not. And so if you're coming from outside, you can just pick a house, maybe a big house, in some of the areas. By the time you know it, your kids are getting the worst of the school system. So always, there are a number of things you have to watch out for. And even when you pick the best school, Usually I advise people, because my kids went through public school, private school, county school, and city school. If there's any city school, go for that. Because usually the city has maybe one high school, depending on the size of the city, and so all the resources are in one school. It's not a question of white and black or big and small. All the resources are in the same schools. And then that's where you have to watch out for your children. Because you find teachers who get there and are still advising them into one area or the other. So you have to watch out and always ask questions nicely and ask for meetings. And so you don't go fighting, but you say, I want to have a conference. And then tell me why this is this, and why you are saying this, or why you are doing that. If you don't watch out for your children, nobody will. You don't even blame the teachers. If you have 30 children in the class, you only, they say like, what do you have the saying, that gets the oil, squeaky dogs, that get the oil, So if you don't ask questions, the child will just be one of the students. But those parents who ask questions, they pay attention to their children because they know the parents who ask. And so you watch out for your children, even from whatever level they are. Always make time to attend the parent-teacher conferences. If they don't see you, they think you don't care, and they won't care. Believe it. Okay? And so for those who still have children who are going through one school or the other, especially if you are choosing where to live, find the school first before you find the house. Because once you buy a house, you're almost stuck in that area. So check the school system, find the best schools for your children, elementary, middle, and high, and then find the location in that area so that your children will get the best. And even when you get that school, watch out for them. The other thing I wanted to talk about or share with some of us, especially those who came from Nigeria in the adulthood, is that many of us don't understand the system. Okay, for example, I taught at Tuskegee University for 10 years. I didn't know whether we were always talking about going home. I'm still here after 30 years. So we have to invest here and think of what we are doing. For example, if I knew that that school, whatever time I put in there, will not transfer to a government location or government jobs, maybe I would have left earlier. So when I went to Georgia, I came to Georgia and started working for the state. Those 10 years, they almost lost in terms of retirement. So you have to think of that. There are some handouts ready to hand out to some of you. For those, you have different age levels when you can start thinking of retirement. If you wait until you get to retirement age to think of retirement, it's already too late. You haven't prepared enough. And especially those who are self-employed, you may think you're being smart. Some people in Atlanta think they're being smart. They're not paying into Social Security, they're not doing this avoiding tax, and they're paying how much they make. It will catch up with you eventually. Because here, especially with computers, they'll put in your Social Security to just show all sorts of things. And if you didn't pay into Social Security, you may get, if you get anything, to be minimum when you needed the most help. So you watch out for yourself, watch out for your children, plan ahead, make a decision whether you want to stay here, retire here, or you want to go back to Nigeria or retire to Nigeria. If you are going back to Nigeria, start setting up things you retire to, not when you retire. And if you are going to stay here, participate in the community here, make sure you understand the system. Find out if you are working and you want to move, make sure your time transfers. So take a look at those handouts, 2 of them. And for adults, one of them is about the documents you need to have. We talked about how some people have died in the US and their families don't know where anything is, their spouses don't know where anything is, they don't have any documentation. Maybe they're hiding it on purpose, but then death comes suddenly and nobody knows anything. And in that case, the state takes over and then they distribute it the way they want to do it. And so some of these things are things we, the Nigerian community, especially this family, needs to know. And it doesn't mean you are exposing yourself. In fact, you're taking care of yourself and your family when you take care of these documents and make plans ahead of time. And for wills, doesn't mean if you write a will, you're going to die. Of course, everyone is going to die eventually. But write those wills, find that some financial things that are suggested there that you need to do as you get older and older, starting from age 20. So young people, not just talking about old people like us, you start from, once you get a job, you start doing things. Okay? Time helps it multiply. So the general comment is don't wait, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and try to understand the system. Okay? Thank you very much.
Anything at all. Well, I don't really have anything to add to what the education secretary said today. I think that if I were to share advice with younger folks coming up today, it would be, so first of all, let me back up and say that the world is changing. Right? So much about the way we see the world today will not be like that in 10 years, 20 years, 5 years from now. So when I was coming up in school, we didn't have internet. We didn't have email. We didn't have the World Wide Web. And today, you can't do anything without internet. And in 20 years' time, it's going to be something completely different. Okay. And so, as you think about what you want to spend your life doing, you need to think about where the world might go and not where the world is today. And a lot of that starts with basic education, science, math. You hear about STEM. Okay. So I would say that if there's anything you could do to inject technology into your world, into the things that you study in school, that is a good thing, and that will begin to prepare you for the future. The other thing I would say, and then I'll pass it on to Ike, is to, if you can try to merge your passion in life, the things that you love, with things that could be commercially viable, that is a good thing. Okay. So I think it's not enough to say that you love, a thing, whether it be, music or painting or, whatever it is that gets you excited. So that's great. But if you can find a way to blend that with something, in technology, it could be, really anything in technology today. I think that you will position yourself very well for the future. Whether we like it or not, most of the jobs that are created today are in technology. Okay? And if you don't integrate technology into your world, you're displacing yourself from 80% of the employment that will come about in the future. Okay? At my company, we used to hire cleaners to clean our offices. Today, we use robots. Okay, that's an entire layer in the employment chain that's eviscerated just overnight. Millions of people who used to have jobs cleaning can no longer clean. Okay, in automobiles, today, cars are starting to drive themselves. Okay, in the future, in 10, 20 years, we will not need drivers, we will not need mechanics. The way that we fix cars today, that will completely change. The world is moving in the direction of less labor, information, digital. Okay, so if you can think about these things as you think about the future, whether you're going into medicine, so many advances that are being made today, and it all comes back to basics in science, math. If you include those in the things that you study and integrate them into your passion, I think you'll be very well served.
Hello, everyone. First of all, I thank you all for inviting not the executive directly, but the email as well, because that puts us into the mix of everything. It's been a wonderful experience being part of the family. This is not the first reunion I've come to. The first one I came to was in 2004. That was at Atlanta. 2006, so 2006, yeah. So my journey in medical school is from my journey. They always tell you that what your parents tell you to do, sometimes you think your parents are not giving you, but they know that they have saved the world before you did. My mother always told me, when I was in grade school, that she knew I had a flair for math and science. And she told me, it would be good for you to do something in science. And for me, I wanted to be an economist. But my uncle, the person, took up as an economist, and I was looked up to him. But she told me, she said, as an African, as a black person, you always want to be able to do something that people need you, and not what people are going to do for you and hire, because when they put you across the board, you always have to be a notch above. But if they need you, they will take you. So for me, going into medicine, I owe that credit to my parents and my mom. She was very, very perspired. She said, you should do something that would help the family. Now, just so you know, every family needs a doctor. But it's always good if you have a doctor in the family, because there's advices you can get. You don't have to go line up in an office waiting for a doctor to do that. The doctor in the family can do that very easily, and that's very, very valuable. So needs an advice, the medical advice, you can call a member of the family and ask. And that simple advice can save you possibly to an ER or something, or to wait to see a doctor. Now, coming from Nigeria, my experience was different because I did my elementary school in Nigeria. And when I got here, I had the opportunity to have AGK, talking to him and trying to, this is a different environment, it's a different system. A lot of you are volunteers, so that's a huge advantage. So when I came into the US, I had to start all over again, reading for exams. As Chinwe had said, perseverance is very important. I knew I had a goal, I knew I had a target. I knew I couldn't disappoint Beyonce on
there. I don't know if I'm making any sense.
Yes, you are.
Let them know. Say, I don't come. When you go through there, they know that you went through there. Yes, because you will make a mark wherever you go. You will make a mark in this country. You can be senators in Georgia, senators in Florida, in Canada, wherever you are. But let the world know that you exist and dominate. Don't just go and, try to eke out a living. Finally, I'm not going to take it much of your time anymore. Finally, when I was in graduate school, I learned one thing: path-go theory. What is your goal in life? Determine what your goal is going to be and develop the path to reach that goal. So, in effect, that's a path to reach a certain goal. We see a doctor here, we see an engineer here, we see an educational specialist. Their goals were to be doctor, engineer, this and that, but they followed some particular path. Don't think you're going to become an engineer without studying your math and physics. It ain't going to happen. Don't think you're going to be this and you want to go downtown, which is over here, and go through this route. You will never get there. So determine what you want to do and follow a particular path to reach that goal. But I can guarantee you that, God be my witness, the sky is your limit.
Amen.
Who are coming to see me and the baby. So you find that when you are here, you realize you don't have all the help that you have in Nigeria. And if you are healthy, that's the same. If you are healthy, you can do a whole lot more than. I told my people will have people who come to do a mover for them, and they sit down and somebody else boils water. You can boil water. So there's so much you can do by yourself, but just watch out for opportunities. And I also tell my friends who have babies after me, I said, if somebody offers help, take it, because you need some rest. But if you don't have any help, you can do it. Okay? So, you persevere again, like I said. Again, like somebody mentioned, here's where I want to get to. Sometimes you may have to divert a little, but you still focus on your goals and you keep going. So there's so much you can do. When you have help, take it. If you don't have help, you can do it.
I want to take one more question.
Why the clock practice? And forget about your youth, your passion. Because while you're in school, your goal is to be number one. Pass your exam to be number one. Because when you come out with that goal, you raise that paper in any office you come, they will accept you. You will never miss your way. There's time for everything. Time you dress up like those in Hollywood, you come. Time for you to run, go to Paris and do all kinds of things.
Just a question. It's basically about the internship you mentioned. So what field exactly? Because so from the beginning of this, everything everyone has said has been towards more or less like the medical students and the people in STEM, and I'm not in STEM. I'm an IT major, and so like I kind of feel left out, but I'm able to put myself into places. But yeah, my question is like,
Are you in college or high school? Or?
College, senior year. So yeah,
Senior college.
yeah.
Which area? IT.
Business and IT.
Yes. No.
Exactly. So like,
Let me
the whole family can't be
Yeah, I can look around for you.
Alright.
All right. With this, we want to come to the end of this section. I'm sure we have taken a lot from what it says so far. And fortunately, we didn't cover every bit of it in the video, but just one part of it. We'll still put it on our website. Again, we have access to every one of them, and not just them, to other professionals in our midst to address any specific questions. So with this, I want us to give a round of applause to the Thank you. So now we have just two more items and then we'll call it today. At the end of this program, we'll go back. Some of us T-shirt. I think I have just two copies of this one. And then when we go back to the hotel, bring it put on your T-shirt, and we come out and we have a family meeting tonight. It's in the main hall, building where we registered. There we will be able to talk about some other issues about family, projects we have in the family, and so much more. So much more. So please, it's my message for everybody. So before we go into the next section, we have our auntie. She's going to say a word of blessing to the family. Okay? So, but before we do that, recently we lost one of our members of our family, he seems to be buried. I think the better service will be done in August 15, right? Okay, so we have the information on the website. So, but we want to stand up and have a moment of silence for him. soul rest in peace.
Amen.
So welcome, you don't want to sit down yet. This is prayer time.
Everything you have done. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for everything you have done.
In the name of Jesus.
Amen.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for bringing us together. We thank you for being the source of our strength. We thank you for the provision. Our Father and our God, we worship you. We praise you, we honor you. We glorify your holy name. The ancient of days, we worship you. We commit every member of our families into your hands. Both those that are here and those that are not here. Lord, take absolute control of every situation in their lives. Lord, as we look up unto you, guide us, direct our lives. Bless each and every family. Provide for them, O Lord, to be able to take care of their children, to take care of the people that depend on them, to be able to help others that are in need. Our Father and our God, as our children are growing, we pray that you guide them. Grant them retentive memory, ability to study, ability not to fall into wrong hands, to always look up unto you for direction. We pray that you bless them indeed to be successful in all areas of their endeavor. For their parents, Lord, we pray that you grant them the resources to be able to see these children in life, to give them proper direction in life. In Jesus' mighty name we pray.
Amen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Can you give it a round of applause, please? One thing our family is also known about or known for is celebration and dancing. Celebrating one another and then celebrating the goodness of God for us. So we're going to make this thing go so that we can start. You know what? I'm so excited. What day am
Yeah, I'll come and dig into. Yeah, where's that photograph? Yeah.